Thank you for
Thank
having
you,
me.
ladies, for making this event special event.
Thank you so much. Guys, I'm really sorry if I'm very emotional today. I know a lot of you know me already for a long time, and I'm emotional because I am one of those queens that always is rejected. And you know that. I don't wanna, there's nothing, you know, um, not open about me ever since I came out last year and competed in pageantry. And every time, I'm always the bridesmaid. Every time, I'm always so close, but never will be given a chance in the Philippines because of my history, because of who I am. And finally, I found my home, true universal home, because they're the only one who wants to celebrate me and wants to, you know, it's not because I'm there or because I am just for inclusivity pick. It's about me showing my best version, showcasing my advocacy, empowering women and trans women and my LGBT community. All of and finally, if I do my best, I can win. So, I'm very grateful and thankful, I'm grateful to my new mom, Miss Carolina and Alex, for this. I know this is not the best version of me. I'm very emotional, like just crying. I know, thank you. But, it's not about just looking good always. I'm here because I have a message. I'm here because I have a story. I'm here because I have something to say. And I'm willing to change the world in my own simple way. And hopefully this inspires the whole world to start from their own way. Do not compare yourself to others, despite when people are telling you not to do it. I keep trying and trying and trying. And I'm grateful to everything that I've experienced in my life. All the hardships, all the abuse, all the discrimination, all the rejections. It led me to where I am, which is universal. I am grateful. And I'm grateful to all of you, my community. My community here supporting me and still believing in me, despite all the allegations, all the race brows, all the discrimination, all the, criticism online. I'm still here, I'm fighting. And I hope in your own way, when you come home to your families and friends, if you doubted yourself for one time and some dream that you wanted to achieve, I want to be that reminder that you can do whatever you dream. And you can do everything as long as you put your heart to, your mind to, and you can conquer the whole universe. Or the universe. The universe. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We will always remember to overcome. And now I would like to invite the media to talk about ask questions and answers. So it's a Q&A session.
That's it up? Go, guys. You can ask me. Don't hesitate. I'm an open book. Okay, you will start? Who? I'm sorry. There. Okay. So, who's the first question?
Alright. Hi, Kay. So,
Hello.
it's finally wearing a crown on top of your head.
Thank you.
Can you just give us a story behind your appointment as Universal Woman at India 2025?
To be honest, I was manifesting this for a long time. It started when I saw Maria got crowned a year ago, and they asked something very controversial in the Philippines. Oh, what about trans women competing in a pageant? And then Sir Arnold will be mentioned that, oh, it's the pageant that everyone is accepted trans women are accepted. No documents, no anything. As long as you embody womanhood, you can compete and you can win. And I said, oh my God, that's my perfect platform that I don't need to hide myself. I don't need to, fit in or to ask a seat at the table. Because I can be part of it authentically. When I was competing in a certain pageant last year until, crossover to this year, I don't know, my heart was already, I'll be real, I was already defeated, when I was in that pageant. And Maria knows it because she's my safety net. She's my safety blanket. Every time that I know, the organization, you don't want me. And I keep telling Maria, sabi ko, Maria, what do we do? I don't think I belong here. I really wanted to end this. And you know what she said to me? If you will quit, what does it mean? What are you promoting for? What are you advocating for? Now what about the people who look up to you? You don't know them, but maybe they are really believing in you and they see you as their role model. So I keep fighting. I kept fighting up until the last moment that I said, this is not for me. And I'm the kind of person that does not push myself. I know where I stand, and I do not need to, cross over or, push limits if it's not meant to be. Because if it's meant to be, it will be. So I did that in my own way, and I left gracefully, with pride, with honor, because I still want to uphold my community, the LGBT community, because it's giving, my candidacy was giving division already in my community, and I don't want that. I want us to be together, I want us to be celebrated, I want us to be, visible, to be respected. And if my community is having that division, and it's us. It's between us now. It's not the street people or the allies. It's us. So I said it's time to go. And little did I know, 2 days after, God gave me a blessing, which is Universal Woman. And Maria has been, making me go, courting me for the longest time. She said that, girl, you belong here. You should be here. And now I'm here. I really manifested this. Guys, believe in energy. Believe in manifestation. Because I really manifested this. It took a long, long time. A lot of pain. A lot of, trial and error. But sooner or later, you will reach your destination.
So despite of challenges, and rejections,
Yes.
do you believe in redirection?
Yes, definitely. Because I am redirected now to where I belong. And this organization, it makes you feel at home. This doesn't feel like a hierarchy or it's a family. I can oh my God, you don't know how it feels to be in this organization. It's like community, family, and most importantly, love. I felt love.
Hi, Kay. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Tita Lavinia from Tita Suffragette. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Of course, ever since last year din naman and the previous years mentioned, nasusundan namin yung journey mo. And we also know that you competed in several pageants and then pulled out with one pageant.
Yeah.
So now, what's the hopeful message? I feel that in the past 5 years, we've gone a long way when it comes to inclusivity. And now you have a crown on your head. What's the joyful message? What's the most optimistic message you can share with whatever you have achieved today?
To all of you that's watching right now, for at some point, you will doubt yourself. Because that's what I believe. Even until now, to be honest, I have a crown in my head. I'm humble. Even up to this very day, I was just crying upstairs. I was bawling because I still can't believe. I really cannot believe that this day happened. Let alone the people who are watching this. And I want this to serve as a reminder that it really happened if you work hard for it. I did not just ask for this. I worked hard for this. I waited for this for at least 10 years more than. a lot of pain, crying myself, a lot of a little bit of suffering, of course, self-doubt. I even had mental problems for the past years. That's why I shied away from pageantry and I just keep it modeling. Let alone, a lot of troubles, and especially to the trans community. Wake up, we can do this. If you try, don't fear. Keep doing it. If you know that you're not overstepping into anyone and you're not hurting anyone, keep on doing it and keep on trying.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Peter from Beauty Philippines.
Yes.
Actually for that and
Oh.
Thank you for that wonderful question. I was just kidding.
what did you see in Katie to be the universal woman arena? Why did you pick her?
Well, I think when I first met Kay, she embodies representation. She embodies inclusivity. I think in the Philippines, we've been crying out for inclusivity. We've been crying out for people to join from all walks of life. When I met Kay and we had a discussion, I thought that she's the best person to represent the region. I know her story. I was also following her journey. And I can't think of anyone to represent the region that Kay. I think she's very smart as well, of course.
Does she have a lot of her?
Well, Kay was born and raised in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. She was. And she grew up there before they lived in the Philippines. Hence, when I thought that Kay would have an Arabian blood, definitely she's the best choice for the country. Thank you.
Hi, sis.
Hello.
Assistant, Tete from Tanpigil, Tete Show. Hello. First, I would like to commend you for the courageousness and the love for the trans media and LGBT out there. We really dearly love you. We know your story. But if there's one little kid out there, what's your best advice that you can give to her? You would like
I thought about this for a long time because I love RuPaul's Drag Race. They asked this out there. And, yeah. So, I would tell my younger self, nothing is wrong with you. When I was younger, I would say to myself, I should just been born a biological woman. Because I am. And I was always raised by my family like this. I am. I know people don't listen to me like that, but I am. But now that I'm mature and more older, I realize, I'm sorry for crying. It's just me being real. I'm a very sensitive person, Pisces. So yeah, going back to the topic, I would tell myself that there's nothing wrong with you, and I would never change anything about you, woman or trans woman. You are you, and you are making history because of who you are. And I will never change myself, and I'm proud to say that I'm the first trans woman to represent the Gulf and Southeast Asia, internationally and globally.
yeah, because we know each other for a long time. We're always talk, and I know her story from the past and until now. So there are a lot of people who really love you. The LGBT community and transgenites and the Philippines, of course, loves you so much. What is your message, of course, to the bashers putting Kaylee down?
Instead of spreading hate, spread love. Because for me, it's very simple. Love is universal.
Hi, Kaylee.
Hello.
Congratulations. By the way, I'm Nolly for OPMP Worldwide. Okay, my question is, what do you consider, what personal accomplishment are you most proud of, aside from being appointed as Universal Woman Arena?
My personal growth. It's the best thing that I, gifted myself to authentically be myself. Because for the longest time, I've always been hiding. A lot of people know that. People in the modeling industry, in the pageantry, keep saying, oh, she's trans, she's not a real woman, it's not true, it's not like that. And yeah, it's true, I was hiding myself. Why? Because the world is cruel. And that's the truth. You know, the world is cruel and the world is hateful. And as a young, girl, not a woman, I was scared. Trivia or a little backstory about me. My best friend knows about this. Mark, we cried about this many times. When I was younger, the reason why I decided to hide myself. When I arrived in the Philippines, I did modeling. I was scouted by some agencies because I was different. I look feminine, I am I'm tall, so they put me in modeling and it became my passion. And then one time, I was invited to do a sagala. That was, I can never forget this day. Because I was invited to walk for a sagala during May with a designer who actually appreciates and loves me, knows who I am, but a lot of people don't know about me. But I think some hearsays and, the most memorable and, for me, cruel feeling that I experienced was when they have a hearsay about, oh, she's trans, not a real woman. You know what they did to me in front of everyone publicly? They asked me to remove my clothes to check if I'm really a woman or not. Publicly, in the middle of EDSA. Sorry, the Mall of Asia in the circle, because that's where the sagala is. And I was young. I was young that time, and I don't know what to do. But, well, of course, during the time I was already fully, transitioned. But, imagine I experienced most cruel discrimination, not from the men and women, but from my community. So, that's why I tried to hide myself because at the end of the day, I just want to survive. I want to do my passion. I just want to do what I love, which is modeling, doing what I love, earning money, of course, and studying the time. And I can never forget that, but I'm grateful. I do not regret that happened to me. Because of that, I'm here, and I'm strong.
If we could give one important message to all your new candidates in the forthcoming Universal Woman, what message?
Universal Woman Dispatch, this edition is one of the most grandest and the most inclusive and diverse. And to all my fellow candidates, see you soon in India. And my one message to all of you is I'm so proud of you. Let's keep inspiring everyone through our stories, through our narratives, and let's showcase a new era of beauty.
Congratulations, Ms. Katie, on your crowning for Universal Woman of 2025. My question is, what keeps you going from having the crown and now representing the LGBT community? What keeps you reaching so much aspirations and dreams? Can you share about it?
For sure, my friends and my family, despite a lot of people criticizing me or bashing me online, everywhere, it doesn't really bother me that much because I have my friends, I have Mark, I have my mom, I have my best friend there, I have my partner. Those are the people, and then Josh, and director, Maria, oh my God, I don't like this, I'm crying too much.
Love you.
Yeah, that's the truth. That's why I keep fighting. That's why I keep fighting. It's because I have people who believe in me. And that's the only thing that matters to me. I have people who love me, who care for me, who is there for me. And I'm fighting for them, and I know that I will be fighting for new people who will be watching and I will be inspiring and will love me as well. I'm there. Di ba emotional kayo na lahat?
Heidi.
Ano ba yung pinaka-emotional na press con? Oh my God.
Heidi, thank you so much for the invite. Yes. Sabog. Yeah, you've been very emotional throughout your press con so far, so I wanna continue that direction. No, on top of some questions later. Oh yeah, I can easily relate. No, since you've been very vocal about the challenges that you've been through in your past. Now, if you were to ask God to change your past, would you ask Him to allow you to still go through, to have to live your life the way you have lived in the past 27 years? Or would you ask God to make you born as a natural born woman?
No. Before, when I was younger, I told my mom many times, because she knows from the very beginning. I told her, what's wrong with me? You know what they said? There's nothing wrong with you, you're a woman. There's the reason why I'm like this. My mom and my father in the medical field, they saw that there's a little girl trapped inside that little boy back then in Saudi. And they said she needs to have a safe space. Let's bring her back to Philippines so she can grow up authentically, full of love and safety. And no, I will not change. Definitely. I will tell God, thank you. Thank you for everything. Thank you for all the challenges. Thank you for all the hardships. Because I know you did that on purpose to lead me to where I am now. And there's nothing wrong with being a trans woman. To be honest, there's so much to be celebrated of being a trans woman. Because we're just living our lives authentically.
Universal Woman is all about, looking for gifted public speakers. No? You've been competing a lot in a lot of pageants. How were you able to develop your gift for a gifted or effective public speaker?
To be honest, I don't think I'm an effective public speaker. I consider myself a storyteller. Because I guess I've lived my life, and every time I talk to the people, it's not knowledge, it's not written in books, it's not what you learn in school, it's what you experience. And what I'm sharing to you is wisdom. Because wisdom is the greatest knowledge that I can offer and share to everyone. And that will transcend through past, present, and future.
By the way, I love your styling today. From my angle here, I thought that I was looking at Gabriela Isler.
Oh my God.
Royalty.
Sovereign Latina.
Yeah, so how are you preparing for the pageant in terms of styling? And how does it feel like to be competing? You're a Filipina first and foremost. How does it feel like competing against a fellow Filipina, Jasmine Omay, in the upcoming competition?
I'm excited. At least I have a friend. Pwede mo Tagalog, guys. No pun intended. I mean, you've seen a lot of Filipinas who were redirected in different paths as well, one of my camp sisters, BBV, was one of those. I have Frankie, which is my co-sister in... Yeah, later. And I have a lot more. And, it's just finding the right time and place. And I'm just excited, to be honest. This is not a competition. This is sisterhood. I'm not competing with anyone. I'm excited to be with everyone, to share our stories, and empower everyone. Because Universal Woman 2025 is massively diverse. I'm telling you, we have from Canada, Indian, Canadian, who is one of the eldest, I think. We have plus-size women, not only one, but 5. Imagine. You have me. You have different people who have different backgrounds, who is not the typical beauty queen mold. It's about time, right? That we're all relatable. Beauty queens should be relatable. We're not Barbie dolls. We are role models, and we should work as role models by telling our story and inspiring hope. Because I really feel that that's what the world is lacking, especially now that a lot of countries want to make trans women stink. But I think that's my purpose, I really think that was my purpose. There's a lot of issues in other countries now globally that they are saying that the trans womanhood is illness and it should be erased. If you look at me, am I an illness? Am I sick? I'm not. I'm just human. Like all of you who also has dreams and aspirations, who has stories. And I really feel that this is the right time. 2025 is the right time for you to be here, to speak up, to voice out, and to fight for all women and my trans sisters around the world.
Grabe ang puda mo. Congratulations in advance and good luck to your upcoming competition.
Hi, Kim.
Okay po.
Good afternoon. Yes, I see you again. And that's the bar.
No, not to get in all the time. This is my favorite segment. This is, in the pageant, guys, this is my favorite segment. Tapos gusto ko na umupo kasi mag-pasarela.
Alright, so my question for you is, how do you plan to make a history as the first ever winner in a Universal
Trans woman
Woman?
winner. If you guys
Trans woman.
winner or as candidate?
As a candidate.
Candidate. What difference can I make? I mean, just being here is already a difference. Showing my story of courage, resiliency, and bravery. Because, let's be real, a lot of you here watching had fears. You doubted yourself for 1 second, especially when people are criticizing you, attacking you, and you listen to that inner saboteur. My representation is about inspiring each and every one of you to be brave, you know, to be the real you and don't change yourself and push for your passions, push for your aspirations, and push for your dreams, even if it's hard. You really need to be patient with yourself and never give up. That is my legacy.
Alright, follow-up question. So since our winning Universal Woman is here,
Yes.
so may we ask what advice did she give you? Did she give you in competing Universal Woman?
To join. Yeah. Yun talaga. No, natutap lang naman yun. She was my safety net. Ayan, we're gonna cry again. She was...
Later we invite her.
Yeah. Guys, I will be honest, I've never met a beauty queen as pure as Maria. She's the best beauty queen ever I've met in history. You've met someone who would tell me that you can do it, that you can, you know, not you can, but you can. There's no competition. Sisterhood and support, that's what she's giving me. When I feel like I wanted to give up, she would reply to me even if she's in Spain or South Africa or US. Special mo golden ticket ko sa kanya. And yeah, she's an ally, she's full of love. To be honest, I don't want her really end. You know? I want to work with her alongside. If given a chance, I will. If I give it a chance, I will. I thank you. If given a chance, I really want to work closely with her because she represents a true beauty queen that we've all been looking for. She never changed. She's still grounded. She's still humble. She's still full of love. She's full of optimism, full of wisdom, and full of life and full of joy. Ako nga, kalungkot na siya, happy to be. Diba? So, how amazing to have a lot of women like her in your life. Kung di mo lang ako, baka siya na ng ginawa ko. Pwede na siguro. But yeah, she's the best. Like, let's give a round of applause for her individuality. Yeah.
Mas maganda aesthetic.
Yeah. Pag-aaral ko mag-balance. Thank you. Thank you, sister. Thank you. Super thank you. Like, that's my message to you today. You made it possible. I'm not here because of you. I'm here because of you. Because you believed in me and you started to change pageantry. You were the one who defined pageantry and opened the door for me. Now, that I'm here, I promise to continue compassion, with empathy, and kindness for all our sisters and God in kindness. Thank you.
Ayan, iiyak na naman kami. This day, I didn't want to say too much earlier, but the Universal Woman we crowned today, what makes this so special is because I didn't just meet her when she was considering to become a beauty queen, right? Even when we were friends and we were working an event together, in SM Magnolia ba yun? She's a real working woman. I have worked with her in events. Even in a professional capacity, I love working with her. And even backstage, we would have these small conversations. Yung naalam ko, sabi niya, I have a dream of joining a pageant. I didn't know pala that she wanted to pursue pageantry. But diba that day, I told you, what I was going to tell you sana, was I want to see you in a competition where they would honor you. I'm very much an ally. In fact, I met her during the season premiere of RuPaul's Drag Race!
Yeah.
And sabi ko, ay, hindi lang ako ang babae ni Sean.
At kaya kami na drag queen.
Yes! Yes! And we're all about her uniqueness, her talent! Yes, like I'm saying that the new era of beauty is one that isn't only inclusive and tolerant, but one that accepts true and celebrates true diversity. When, ang dami niyong tanong sa akin, na what did you mean when you said the new era of beauty? So I promised myself that I would spend this whole year, instead of describing it, kasi alam niyo naman na makuda ako. I said, instead of explaining to everyone what I see the new era of beauty is all about, why don't we just show them? So here it is, ladies and gentlemen. It means including a more diverse array of candidates. This whole year, we haven't only been traveling. In fact, I've always been asking myself, what kind of a beauty queen will I be? And I promised myself that I would build a legacy where once I leave the post as Universal Woman 2024, it will give more of the next winner a platform to advocate for worthy causes. If you see the pin that I'm wearing today, so we not only celebrate our first trans woman candidate, but we were also able to partner with Preface, which is an organization that promotes early childhood literacy and empowerment through education. It's based in Gwinnett, Georgia, and Preface is an online platform. By the way, all of you can visit www.prefaceproject.org and see what it's all about. You can donate and you can volunteer to be an ambassador, where children between 13 to 16 years of age will volunteer, train in a modular curriculum for 1 week, and then they will be able to allow our younger students to improve their literacy rates, but also get a firmer grasp of their native tongue, which is a struggle that we face here in the Philippines. But moving back to our original topic here, I'm just so happy that I didn't have to wait to give away my crown before we genuinely included a trans queen. That was one of my wish lists. I wanted more mothers to be a part of Universal Woman. I wanted more trans women. Because the reality is, ladies and gentlemen, these two demographics have spent too long unacknowledged and have spent too long being just, the clout option for many systems around us. Let's just not mention names. But I believe now is the time. I asked myself, what should I do? Who should we be approaching? Sabi ko, eto, mamaya, kasi I'm gonna work with you, mamaya. But that time, this was nowhere near what I imagined. Well, I just wanted her to join, that time, Miss Grand Philippines, because that's where we were giving away the Universal Woman crown, di ba? Aaminin ko yun talaga. But I knew that it would be much of a challenge for her, for the organization as well. And she decided not to go for that. And I completely respect her decision as a friend. But this whole time, sabi ko sa kanya, really, I don't want you to stop because you represent something that's so precious. One thing I also realized in my journey is that there are little girls like us everywhere. And they need to see people like us. So kahit mahirap yung beauty natin, our journey is for them. At the end of the day, we're only queens because of the communities we represent. And when we get up there in our crowns and our sashes, those little girls need to say, that's me. I can become something like that, right? And that's our message. This is what the new era of beauty looks like. And every day, we will show you a little bit more of the beautiful new world that we're building. But that's the kind of queen we're looking for too. Someone who is not afraid to work with us, to build with us, to collaborate, and to put in all the elbow grease. Nakaganda namin today, no? But in reality, working girls come
Ito, guys. This is not like just a walk in the park. This is really hard work. Everything is hard work. The strategies, the ideas, and not only just making ideas, it's about executing them and making it into reality.
Exactly. And you are one of those people I know that execute a vision as flawlessly as the next person. That's one thing that I was so impressed with you about when we worked in events together. Yeah, kasi we were just chill. We're just talking, we're making chika, maganda tayo, but nobody really knows what's going on behind the scenes. And it's a lot of very hard work. Yes. But on your journey, I hope that you continue to just be yourself, to inspire. But I hope that this day is something that we in the pageant community will all remember as a step in the right direction. A step towards integration, true inclusion, and acceptance, and of course, celebration. That is what we're celebrating today. We're celebrating you, girl. I can't believe.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Grab him, girl.
Thank you so much.
Of course, there will be many candidates in the Universal Woman coming up in Jaipur this year, so don't miss it. It's on June 8th, and we'll be on the page. Visit Universal Woman Official for all of your news and your updates. This batch is going to be amazing.
Yeah. Don't forget to follow Universal Woman already on Instagram and TikTok. Please. Oh, okay. Sure. Yeah, I know, right? When she speaks, she's like singing, hosting at the same time. And then, no, that is intro. Okay. Kayleen Pandrana Arena! For safety lang direct. Okay. Okay.
2, 3, go.
Kayleen Pandrana, Universal Woman Array. Thank you so much. Sure. Universal Woman. Oh, I love that. Okay, now sit down. Why should I be the next Universal Woman? Simply because I have a story to tell. Story transcends everything. Our stories are narratives, are symbols of past, present, and future, and stories are legacies. Stories are message of hope. And all of us have different representations, advocacies, and empowerment, but my story is uniquely mine, and that will transcend generations. Thank you.